Today I'm going to be showing you how I style my hair from wet to dry, everything that I do and all the steps that I take, all the products that I use to get my hair into soft waves like this. So first things first, obviously gotta get the hair washed, and I've actually been going back to my Dove shampoo and conditioner. These are really great if you've got very dry hair like me. When I get out of the shower I put my hair in a very sexy towel turban for about 20 minutes while I do my makeup and have a coffee, read my emails, and then I do the hair flick like you're in a shampoo advert. Does anybody else do this? Just me? I don't know. As you can see, my hair is very wavy when I get out of the shower. It's naturally wavy, but it's a little bit frizzy, so we need to tame it. So I use my leave-in conditioning spray to add some moisture back into my hair because it is really dry and coarse naturally, and I want it to be soft and manageable. So I put that throughout my hair, and then I use a wet brush which is specifically designed for combing wet hair. It isn't going to damage your hair or break it in any way. Then I go in with my Ojon Rare Blend oil, which is an oil that you shake up, and this lasts forever because you only need the tiniest amount. I put a tiny bit on my finger and then put that through my hair just to add a little bit more moisture, and then I move on to my heat protectant. This is the Kerastase Ciment Thermique, and this is amazing because you only have to put it in your hair every 4 washes, I think, so it's really good if you're like me and you forget to put heat protectant in. It's great. Next up, I dry my hair, and this is a really powerful hairdryer. It's by the brand Diva. I've had it for a long time, but it's really powerful, and it's got a great nozzle on there, and I use a Paul Mitchell round brush. Both of these are really key to getting my hair smooth, and I like to section my hair and then just run the brush underneath and the blow dryer with the nozzle on top, and I just keep going really close to my hair, like kind of touching it and smoothing it down. If your hair is unruly like mine and you want to smooth it out, then investing in a good quality, powerful hairdryer from a hairdressing supply shop will really help. Make sure it's got a really good nozzle, and definitely get a good brush as well. You can see the difference that it makes and how much smoother it is than the other side. Once I've dried the bottom section, I take another section of hair down and I just repeat the whole process and just constantly smoothing it out, and then sometimes I'll go up to my roots as well and just make sure that there are no flyaways or frizzy sections. Drying my hair like this definitely took some practice, but it's really worth it because once you learn how to do it and you learn how to do it with your hair type, even if it's really coarse, you will be able to stay away from the straighteners, and that was my main goal, and I've seen a really big difference in the health of my hair overall since I stopped using straighteners. So the next thing that I have to do is just take down this front piece, which looks like a sausage right now, and part of that is my fringe, so I just pull that down and I'm gonna clip the rest back and dry the fringe with a round brush. Now it has a tendency to dry poker straight for some reason, unlike the rest of my hair, so what I have to do is kind of wind it up with my hand in the brush and just blow dry it. It leaves it really puffy, but when you fix it, it does drop quite a lot to how you want it to be, and it doesn't look poker straight, so bear with me and it will look okay in about 10 minutes. Then I take this top section, which is the bit that just kind of frames my face, and I don't know why, but I always dry this separately on its own, and I just pull them out to the side really and dry them the same way that I did the rest of my hair, and it just kind of blends in a bit with my fringe as well. So I dry one side and dry the other, and then I just play around with my hair to get it to look exactly how I want it to look. Never really does, but then I section it up again, and the reason I section it up because I'm going to be waving it with a waving wand. This is my favourite wand. It's the Cloud 9 wand, and I like to do mine on the hottest heat. It has 3 options, but if I do it on the highest heat, then it lasts for about 2 to 3 days in my hair. So I take my bottom section and split it into 4, 2 on each side, and I curl the hair away from my face, hold it for a few seconds and keep the curl while it cools down, and I just carry on and do that for the whole bottom section. When I've done the bottom section, then I'll take down another section the same way that I do when I'm doing my hair. These are a little bit bigger, but I separate them into 4 again, and the top curls get a little bit looser and it just looks a little bit more natural. So I again curl away from the face. I think it's the most flattering way to curl your hair really, and then my hair is nice and wavy. And I take the top section down. I know this is going to look crazy, but bear with me, I look a little bit crazy right now, but I just put my fringe down and Then I curl those two side pieces again away from my face, and my fringe kind of curls with it a little bit on the edges, and that just helps it all to blend together in the end. And when I brush my fringe to the side, you can see it kind of goes seamlessly with the curl then. So now we've got our soft waves. The next thing that I do is add in a little bit of the Bumble Hairdressers Invisible Oil. This is more like a serum, really nice to kind of put through curls or as a finishing product for your hair. So I just run that through, again adding more moisture because my hair is super dry, and when I've done that I just brush through it with the same brush that I used earlier on, the wet brush, and just loosen the curls a little bit, make it more natural. After lots of playing around, seeing how it sits best, I usually wear my hair just like this, how you've seen it in my videos, just loose waves with my fringe swept to the side. But it is quite versatile having my fringe. I can have it in the middle, or I can do a deeper side parting and kind of hide my fringe a bit. But those are the three hairstyles I usually wear. I hope that this video was helpful and that you enjoyed it, and I really appreciate you watching. I'll see you in my next one.